Out of nowhere, question of the week. I'm gonna ask Chano and Brandy. We've had the Super Bowl pass about a few weeks ago. I want to ask you guys, if you were a promoter, what match would you have as the Super Bowl halftime show?
I
Ooh,
like that question.
I would. Can I pick it from a wrestler at any age, or does it have to
You
be
could
like?
pick. You could pick whoever you want in any kind of match.
Give me Stone Cold Steve Austin, prime Stone Cold Steve Austin, because everybody loves Stone Cold. You know what? Let's run it. Let's run Rocky Stone Cold 4 in their primes.
Okay. Okay.
But as for the stipulation, let's do. Assuming cameras are like inside, so they get like better quality view. Let's do a Hell in a Cell match. Rocky Stone Cold 4
Hmm.
in their primes. At today's age, I don't want to see that shit. But back in the day when they were,
That might sell out the Super Bowl. That might sell out the Super Bowl right there. That match alone. That match right there
think-
might sell the Super.
At this age, that might sell out the Super Bowl.
I hope not.
It's
Hey,
just like,
people got
you
that's
know what I
true.
mean? It's like a quick little.
That's
you know,
true.
I'm in a banger.
What about
You
you,
know,
Brandy? What match would you have to do
It's
the
crazy.
halftime show at the Super Bowl?
Because like I feel like to have like a halftime show at a Super Bowl, it has to be like extremely entertaining. It can't be like stiff ass dudes like. I'm not trying to shit chance, but Stone Cold.
Yeah, I was about to say, just say it. Can't be Stone Cold and The Rock.
It's Stone Cold and The Rock is a little like you just really dependent on the crowd with that one.
Not really, because it's like you got to think about it. Who is the Super Bowl primarily for, right? It's primarily dudes. I'm not gonna hold you. You do have a cut of women that are
I
there.
think your match works as far as promotion goes. If the Super Bowl's if they're trying to promote the WWE, that works in that
That's
sense.
true.
But you got to
But-
think. But you got to think about every single man from the age of like 28 to 42, which is mostly going to be at the Super Bowl. Remember the Attitude Era, and one of the things they loved about the Attitude Era was Attitude Era Rock when he was there winding out promos. And who doesn't love Stone Cold? Stone Cold is arguably one of the biggest baby faces of all time. You know what I mean? So it doesn't even matter about match quality because if you can tell people, yo, you go back in the time, yo, this match is in a time capsule. It's their prime, the fourth matchup, once and for all to end all the stakes in the Hell in a Cell. You're gonna have every single dude in that stadium and at home glued to their TV, reliving their childhood because those two at the absolute prime and they peak, they're them.
No.
They're not expecting a 5-star bang. What you gonna say? Penta versus Orange Cassidy, so because they're not stiff, bro. Give me Stone Cold and The Rock 4.
Oh no, I was definitely not going Penta. I was
Give
definitely
me-
like it was gonna be a surprising answer from me. And I'm
I
not
would
gonna
say,
lie. Like,
I would say, give me Okada and Roman Reigns at the Super Bowl halftime show for the
Dude,
Undisputed
going-
Championship.
I was going Kenny and Will Ospreay Part 3.
Well, I like that too.
I'm telling
Like that
you,
too.
bro,
Is
I'm
it
telling you
4?
right
Is it
now.
Part 4?
If you want to promote,
No,
if
no.
you want to make it work for the Super Bowl,
No,
needs
see,
to be
here's my
Rock
thing,
focused.
Chance. You're talking about if you're trying to get people to watch the Super Bowl. Yes, I'm not trying to do that though. I'm trying to get people to watch the product furthermore, which is why I wouldn't go with those guys. I mean, I get what you're saying in their prime, yeah, but like, I mean, I'm just saying like,
but you also have to say yes, Kenny and Will be an absolute banger at the Super Bowl, but you got to realize it's only 12 minutes. Those guys need at least 45 to an hour to get to that true essence of that banger. You know what I mean? And plus, I'm not gonna hold you. It doesn't necessarily fit the demographic of the people
I
who
trust
watch
them.
the Super Bowl.
Oh,
I
no.
don't.
but that's
Because
the
a lot
point
of-
of the
No.
question.
This is
That's the
I
point
don't
of the
know.
question.
This out of nowhere question became an Undertaker entrance, where it's getting kind of long right now. We got a lot to talk about, but we'll definitely get back to this. But let's just go ahead and start our show. What is going on, Ringsiders? Your favorite faction is back. We're not in full effect, not yet. We're still doing a lot, still doing trivia. It's been really fun. I'm Marcus Hernandez. I'm with Chano. I'm with Brandy. We don't have the Zombie King tonight. We don't have the 3 Count Trivia host, Nitram, here with us tonight. But you already know who we are. We're 4 sides of the ring. You know what's up. I'm with my guys. I'm with my guys who lost in the first round, as everybody knows, because you can watch all of our episodes right now of 3 Count Trivia on YouTube and Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. My guys right here, they lost. And I have something to say to Chano. And if anybody who's anybody, and all our Ringsiders know that Chano is not a Cody Rhodes fan, but he became Cody Rhodes because he has to finish the story. He has to go get that 3 Count Trivia title and bring it back to 4 sides of the ring where it belongs.
All right.
So ladies and gentlemen, new to the long names of Chano, we now have Chano Rhodes.
Listen, guys. I'm officially one of y'all, a loser. I'm Chano Rhodes. I got to finish my story. I got to do what my dad couldn't do. Well, my dad wasn't really there, so he didn't really do much of anything. But, doesn't matter. I'm still Chano Rhodes. I'm me and Brandy next time at 3 Count Trivia or 3 Count Jeopardy. We're gonna go.
Don't bring Brandy dust into this.
and we're gonna go win these titles because honestly, Martin, I love you, but women's trivia in the first round was absolutely crazy, and much love to Wrestling Wrap Up because they absolutely smoked us. They smoked us like they were Duke. They were the Duke Blue Devils, and we were the Division III college with no business being in that Cinderella tournament. So we need to redeem ourselves. So Amari and Matt, next tournament, I want to see you guys in the first round so we can redeem ourselves. Then I want to see Maldonado for Mike and the other Mike for not seeing the vision and believing in us. Because we will finish the story. I am now Chano Rhodes, your favorite loser. I just hope you guys hashtag and tweet me as much as you show Cody love, because that would actually be really nice. Just hashtag we want Jeopardy.
Crybabies.
The channel Crybabies. Let's go. And don't get me wrong, I'm still a hero. This is not a face turn in any regard. I'm very much a lovable asshole still. I just hate losing.
I'm looking forward to the day we call him Chano McIntyre. I can't wait.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. That leather jacket is coming your way.
Talking about McIntyre, I don't know why you guys never told me, but McIntyre is a superstar, guys.
We've been telling you.
I wish somebody would have told me this McIntyre guy is not that bad. Listen,
that man is cooking.
I think Tano was trying to tell you the most too. Man was trying to scream through X. He's a star. He's a star.
Don't feel bad. I texted Tino first. I was like, bro, why you never told me Drew McIntyre was a superstar, bro? This is outlandish.
What is it that made him a star? Is it beating Cody Rhodes?
Oh, that too. But him being the absolute perfect asshole, I was like, oh my god, he's him.
He's cooking on Twitter, on WWE TV. He's just cooking.
You know what it is? Drew isn't. Here's my newfound love and respect for Drew. Drew is no longer bitching and moaning about what he's done to become a millionaire because I know his contract fat as hell. You know what I mean?
Right.
Bro, you're making guala, breach, bread, dinero, cash. You're making bread. So it's like, I don't want to hear you bitching and moaning about how you don't like the people and like how the bloodline screwed you. But now he's being a pure asshole, player hater of the year. So I love that. Bro, he's been great. When CM Punk went down with injury, my man's made a shirt. Here lies the dreams of CM Punk going to main event WrestleMania. Bro, that's fire. You know what I mean?
Just cooking
Cody, and then he beat Cody. That's what solidified it for me. I was like, this man is a star. Which is honestly ironic because my fault. The bloodline got involved. The bloodline got involved, and my man's looked at them. He was like, huh, this is what it's like to be on the other side of these, huh?
No,
No.
I think Drew was like, I need to get a team. Hold up, this is.
Yeah, in fact, he's like, I don't mind if I do. Let's go. But yeah, you guys never told me Drew's a superstar, so shame on you guys. That
Our
man
bad,
is a
our bad.
star.
Our
That's
bad. I'm
totally our
sorry.
bad.
I'm sorry. You know what? You know what? This is for you because we didn't tell you, so we got you right now.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
We apologize, Chano, that we didn't tell you that Drew McIntyre was that good.
Listen, guys, do better next time, okay?
Hey, it is. Hey guys, but yeah, this last couple weeks of wrestling has been really good. I know we haven't had the chance to come and talk about it. I think the last one we did was the Royal Rumble. We got Elimination Chamber coming up Saturday. We're gonna talk about it. And Ringsiders, yes, me and Chance are gonna do the recap at 7:00 in the morning.
Yes, just them.
I'm just joking. I don't think I'm getting up that early.
I'm telling you right now, there's gonna be crust in my eyes. I'm gonna have a fresh bowl of cereal. Me and my son, we still gonna be in our jammies.
And it's gonna be
Whatever-
10 a.m. and they still didn't watch.
We still gonna watch. I'm not
hey-
gonna hold you guys. I've had a long week. I know the guys had a long week. So the idea of having to wake up early to watch a pay-per-view card that only has 4 matches, that's probably not going to deliver outside of Rhea and Nia Jax is frying me right now.
I hear
Hence
that. I hear
why
that.
I will be staying up, not going to sleep, staying up. That's the secret.
That way, if you fall
Yeah.
asleep, it's not your fault.
It wouldn't be. Listen, it wouldn't be the first. It wouldn't be the first time I fell asleep during a pay-per-view.
No, it wouldn't.
It wouldn't be the first time.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Won't be the last. I promise.
That's very true. And we had some good things though this week of wrestling, man. I really want to talk just a few things while we're on here. Let's talk Friday. 2 big things happened, in my opinion. One, I know you two really want to talk about, and we're really going to get into it because I want to hear these outlandish things you have to say about your boy Dwayne. But I really want to talk about the Miz, man, putting Logan Paul over in his first debut match on like TV, being on television, cable television. How big is this for Logan Paul, and how does this feel? You know, how do you feel towards the Miz doing this? Is this like stepping stones? Is this is it more of a milestone for? Obviously, it's more of a milestone for Logan Paul, right? This is really huge for Logan Paul. Not only is it his debut match, but he gets a big win over the Miz, and he gets to go to the Elimination Chamber
Was it for the belt?
No, it was a regular
No.
single. It was a
Just for the
qualifier match.
qualifier.
as a
right?
qualifiers. Yeah,
I disagree with you. I don't necessarily think it's a big deal. I don't think it's a big deal that Logan had his first regular TV match. That's cool. I love that for Logan because hopefully he's able to string together some more consistent matches. Because he did say he wants to be around more often, which is great. I love that for him. But at the same time, I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, the Miz did him any favors. He first worked with the Miz when he made his debut. They had that match at SummerSlam together. They already had that comfortability. It's not like Logan and Roman are having a match on TV. It was like, oh my God, Logan Paul, good
for
job,
him.
Roman, for doing this new guy. Logan get a great deal. No, it's the Miz. This is what the Miz does. The Miz can take losses, not lose any face or heelness over it, and we pop for it because that's who Miz is. Miz is the ultimate company guy.
yeah.
Yeah, I kind of have to agree with Chance. I think like it comes down to like the Miz went up against a champion and lost. It's not like anything was wrong with that loss, and I think it's like a win-win situation because first off, we know nothing with the Miz is happening with Seth Rollins at Mania, so he has no business in that match. I mean, you can say the same about Logan Paul, but he has more business in that sense because I mean, I think we can all agree it's probably going to be Miz for WrestleMania with the R-Truth and that whole get up.
Oh, against the Judgment Day.
Exactly, yeah.
Ah, that's interesting.
So
That's
I
interesting.
think it was like a way of keeping him relevant while also moving the story along for both of them.
I see what both of you are saying. I still stand behind it. I think that this was really important for Logan Paul to have his first match against the Miz, number one, former WWE champion who's probably done everything in the WWE. I mean, what, 2-time Grand Slam champion. So I think that's really big for him, especially doing it on main event TV. Let's talk about this second thing right here, though. I know you guys want to talk about this because your boy, big time, heel rock, the promo, the outfit, looking like steroid Jada Pinkett Smith out there.
Mm.
Just
Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
yeah. No, you know what? I wanted to get your thoughts in, but I didn't tell anybody. I didn't want to talk to anybody because I wanted to save it for this. What are your thoughts about this right now? The whole Bloodline story, heel Rock, Seth's involved now. Cody's always been involved. There's a lot going on. Um, what's the end game here?
So I said this yesterday. So in case you guys didn't know, me and Brandy jumped on Wrestling Wrap Up, and that episode is out right now. You can guys can go see that on their page, Wrestling Wrap Up on Twitter, and I believe we shared it. So if you do follow us on Twitter, you guys can see the repost and check out that episode. But as far as like the Bloodline story going on, that now Seth's involved. Seth should have been involved a while ago. I'm not gonna lie. We got that weird Royal Rumble match where like Roman choked him out with the rope, and like Seth just giggled his way on to his next program, which is kind of crazy to me.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because he had his match with Cody, Cody's debut. My fault at Mania. I think that so like Seth should have been involved and had a proper collision with the full Bloodline. But I will say this: Cody messing around with Roman and Rock, he's gonna f around and lose his title at Mania due to some Bloodline interference. And McIntyre, I'm assuming it's gonna be Drew, and McIntyre is gonna capitalize off that. Whether Damian capitalizes off of that, I can't speak for it. But Seth's gonna mess around. He's gonna lose his belt because of it. As far as like the Rock and the Bloodline, this is perfect. Honestly, instead of getting this WrestleMania match from like the Rumble Mania build up, which probably still would have been great, I'm not gonna lie to you. Now we get a couple more months of seasoning to go really get into the nitty gritty. With Roman being the tribal chief, Dwayne the Rock Johnson being the high chief, who has more power in this power struggle, we don't know. I disagree with you. I did see your comment on Wrestling Realm. I don't think Rock is turning on Roman at Mania. I do not think that's a Mania turn. It is way too obvious to happen.
Mm-mm.
Do I
It's
think
not.
Roman
It's the perfect turn.
It's not the perfect turn. The Rock is saying he's a long gamer and you want him to turn in the most obvious spot at WrestleMania?
Because the long game is Mania 41.
Yes,
Exactly.
but you still have so much time to Mania 41. Bro,
Yeah,
you have so much time.
but you don't want to do it while Roman has the title though.
Yeah.
Bro, Roman's gonna drop the belt before 41.
Right.
The goal
Because Rock is going to turn on him so Cody can win.
Bro, that's not happening. That's terrible, bro. That's terrible.
Your new
booking and
stepbrother.
writing. Bro, it's terrible.
booking and writing.
It's
What
terrible
does that
booking and
say?
writing. Bro,
It's the
because
WWE.
Mania is way too obvious. I don't agree with a Mania turn because I see it like this. If Roman and Cody happens, I don't think it's gonna be the same 39 thing, Samoan Spike, Cody Spear. It's my best if I had to book it. Seth loses his title to the Bloodline. Cody doesn't go to help Seth. So when Cody's dealing with the Bloodline, Seth comes out,
Oh, no.
kind of leaves Cody in limbo, loses that match, and then Cody was like, "You're supposed to help me." He's like, "Yeah, but you didn't come help me when I needed you, and they came for me." And ultimately, that sets up Roman and Seth Rollins at SummerSlam.
I can already see where those Seth Rollins promos are going. But you didn't help me, Cody. It's going to be Rey Mysterio all over again. An eye for an eye. An eye for an eye.
Please, no.
Listen,
Come
it
on.
is what
I
it
don't
is.
need that.
But I don't listen. But I don't have Rock Turman and Roman at Mania. To me, it's just not worth it. It's not worth
I
the
see
build
that.
up.
I hear what you're saying. But I think
Because me and
if
Brandy
you
go to Mania Night 2, and the moment I see Rock aiming for a rock bottom on Roman, I'm tapping Brandon on the shoulder. Let's pack it up. Let's get on out of here. It's a 3-hour drive back to Staten
He's
Island.
bugging. I'm gonna sit there and cry. Like we're gonna sit in the stands for an hour. After.
I'm
I'm
like,
just gonna,
we're leaving.
as the confetti falls, I'm just gonna be.
As the confetti
Worst
falls.
thing of my life.
the camera's going to cut to you, and then you're going to get all those fans. Why is he crying? It's not even real.
Real to me, damn it.
It
Real to me.
I
man.
just don't see it. I think it would just shut on Mania.
I see it, man. Everything Rock turning on Roman is just lazy writing. You're absolutely right, but all that speaks WWE.
It does speak
I don't-
WWE.
it speaks WWE
I don't-
100%.
It
I
doesn't
just
so
have
because under H, my fault, Brandon. Let me get this one piece off, and it's all you, papas. H is a slow turner. Notorious. He's a slow turner. Every single turn that has happened, it has taken way too long to do so. So you think they're just gonna do the other extreme and just do it mad quick? For that, Roman might as well.
You know what?
Roman
You know
is-
why?
Why?
Because this is how you do it. Ready? This is how you introduce both worlds to everybody, right? You have The Rock turn on Roman, right? Giving Cody the title. That way Cody can do his own story for the next year for his 41 moment at Mania. Through the time that Roman lost to Cody all the way at 41 with his match at Rock, you will see Roman chase down The Rock wherever he goes. That's going to be on Fast and the Furious 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. You're just going to see Roman Reigns trying to chase down The Rock. And then at Mania, we are going to get it. We'll get the match.
So,
I don't
here's
think
how
so.
I don't in the long run where it's like right now we're in a short run of Mania. Even now, I can't look at it and go, how long can The Rock be this heel? I can't see it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
The only way he stays this heel this long is if Roman is going face, and that requires all of the bloodline to turn on Roman. And I don't think The
And
Rock
that's-
got
yeah.
juice like that.
I don't think so.
I think he will.
Nah,
Ultimately, bro,
can't see it.
that's the bloodline story. The bloodline story has always been every single member on the bloodline eventually turning their back on Roman.
But I hate that. I feel like that's always the scapegoat
No.
to turn on the main
but
guy.
that's always been a story. It was Jimmy, then Jay, and then Jimmy crawled back. And then you still
No.
have
Jimmy
Solo.
never left. It was a trap. He set his brother up. He was trying to see where his loyalty lied.
But that's the BS they came up with.
No, that's the truth. At least that's what I tell myself.
Oh, okay. I was like, I must have missed that promo completely. That's absolutely crazy. You know what I mean? But like, first it was Jimmy, then it was Jay, and then Jimmy crawled back. So then you still have Solo, and then who knows what happens with Jacob Fatu? You know what I mean? There's still so
Yeah.
many like moving parts to this. As long as Roman has somebody on his side, Roman would never see the error in his ways.
So what
They
if
need
what if this happened? What if night 2, right? Roman wins with Solo helping out, Spike, Jimmy helping out, super kick, whatever. Roman gets the pin, he wins. Or he gets disqualified. Let's say he gets disqualified, so he keeps his title. The Rock comes out because he is an executive and says, "No, we don't handle business like that. We don't do stuff like that." I've had this conversation with Brandy's brother Jacob. What if The Rock brought out all of the guys that Roman's beaten and you do a lumberjack match? You kick Solo
Honestly,
out, you kick Jimmy out, and then there's no escape for Roman Reigns. Then he finally loses to Cody Rhodes, right? Cody Rhodes is champion. Roman Reigns is pissed because his cousin turned his back on him, which turned The Rock face, because The Rock is not going to go against the WWE Universe. He's our champion. He's the people's champ, regardless.
one. I could tell you was talking to Jacob because that's just bad booking.
Nah.
That's
crazy.
just bad booking. I remember Jacob telling me that idea, and I looked at him like he was absolutely crazy.
I think there's one flaw in that booking, and
There's
that
a few
is
flaws.
a lumberjack match being the main event of WrestleMania.
Of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That's
I would
absolutely,
that's
absolutely
crazy.
it.
that's absolutely
Hey,
crazy.
you said the same thing when it was a tag team match main eventing WrestleMania.
I didn't
But
say
the
that was
tag team
crazy.
match was
That-
absolutely a banger.
necessary.
Okay, so
I'm
why,
telling you right
why
now.
can't the lumberjack match be a banger?
Because
Oh,
half the
lumberjack
guys
We
on
watched
the in AEW.
We watched The Miz fight zombies.
Yeah,
Listen,
I
TV.
remember. Let's
It
come
was
on.
terrible. It was terrible.
I'm telling you right now, half the guys Roman beat up in AEW. Daniel Bryan, AEW. Adam Copeland, AEW.
It's like 2 people.
Cesaro, AEW.
Okay, 4 people. You got a 4th one?
Bro, there's only about 12 of them.
First,
you
they didn't
mean?
leave because of
They
Roman. They
didn't
got
know.
they lost their jobs.
The imaginary person that used to be Brock Lesnar doesn't even exist anymore. You know what I mean?
Listen, it doesn't have to.
No,
be,
no, bro.
To
Bro,
their
that's-
point,
bro, that's
to their,
the moment-
the moment with Marcus was saying the other day wasn't just the people he beat. He said it was all superstars and legends.
That is
Like,
true.
even
All
Stone
super
Cold
everybody.
Pop. You know what I mean? Like, and I respect that. But
You get all of
lumberjack
the
match.
you get all of the WWE. You get the entire locker room from all generations because they want to see Roman lose. And you know what? Maybe Roman doesn't lose. Maybe he beats Cody and then he gets out and starts beating the asses of all the lumberjacks. Walks out, throws up
Stone
the
Cold.
ones at the top of the stage and holding the belt.
Mostly Hulk Hogan. He just
I'm
beats
telling you
Hulk
right.
Hogan.
I'm telling you right now.
Yeah,
That's how exactly how I know you're talking to Jacob because that's
beats Hulk
terrible
Hogan
booking.
for real. Beats Hulk
That
Hogan.
is,
No, it's
That is
honestly
terrible
it's
booking.
so WWE 2K booking.
It's
Like-
bro,
but really,
so
but
bad.
in all reality, though, The Rock is turning on Roman, and that's
Oh,
the
no,
fact.
he's
Rock-
turning on
That's-
him.
That's the
He's
fact.
going too
It's
far
not
heel
made-
for it not to turn.
Right.
But I'm telling you right now, Rock doesn't need to be a face. Even as a heel, he's still loved. You know what I mean?
Because he's a face.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. He could still be the heel. It doesn't matter. You think
The
Rock doesn't
heel
know that
Rock is not going past
Because
I can't
because he'll
see going
forever
Oh
past
be a
month
face.
past minimum two.
people, bro? He can be a heel as long as he wants to, bro.
But I know he can. And yet I still can't see it. Like,
Bro, because you
I just
because you
don't-
guys
can't
Just,
fathom
just
listen,
right.
because you guys are so past the point of like, oh my god, yeah, whenever the Rock shows up, he just loves us. No, bro, doesn't.
no,
bro,
No.
I
he's
never
on.
watched the Rock
No,
wrestle. Last
I'm
time I watched
like-
the Rock,
I'm
like,
like this.
when he
I'm
was-
like this
when
because
he was Hollywood Rock. That's when
I
stopped
can't be
watching
like my
wrestling.
tribal chief and be confused by my Hollywood cousin who's coming in right now, trying to take my spot. And I think he's got my back, and I know he doesn't have Roman's back. And I think I don't know. I'm not saying everybody is not seeing the turn or who is seeing the turn, but I think you have The Rock turn on Roman at Mania to help Cody win. Because that's the
Albeit
only way.
fucking predictable.
That's the only way Cody's gonna beat Roman. If he beats Roman at his own game by having help.
I agree with Marcus because, like, although it be predictable, it's still like an outcome where Cody wins. So people aren't gonna be that mad.
No, people,
That's a fact.
people are still going to be mad. The
Well, that's
goal
like
to
a
beat
good
Roman
third of
has
the people.
always,
Well, let them, wah.
bro. The goal of the people has always been when Roman loses, Roman has to lose clean to put over the next true face of the franchise. What you're talking about completely disregards that completely.
I agree, but yeah, it's the Rock.
He's like, oh, Roman
It's The Rock.
lost at his own game. That means
It's-
absolutely
It's
nothing. Just
different
like
because it's the
Snow-
Rock.
it doesn't matter. It's just like
Let 'em
Cody's
know.
losses.
Let 'em
They
know.
don't mean nothing because they're not clean.
It's just different because it's the Rock. Like it's you know
You
what I
sound,
mean. Like,
you
it's-
sound
it's-
like you really sound like you want our tribal chief to be dethroned, and I'm not liking it right now, Chano.
No. You want the tribal chief to be
no,
thrown.
it sounds like we want that, Marcus.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
oh, no, it sounds like you guys
we
want
want
to
it.
be
It sounds like we know what's gonna happen.
But I only want it to get Roman Rock. It's the only reason why I want it to be dethroned.
bro, we're gonna get Roman Rock regardless.
But I don't want it for the
He's
title
so-
because then you already tell the story that Roman's winning.
It doesn't need to, bro. These two have Survivor Series, SummerSlam. Should even have the Rumble. It doesn't necessarily. Yes, just because the title reign is this long and it feels like yes, it needs to be a Mania, but you lose the predictability if he loses at a Mania. If it was to happen, let's say it happened at Survivor Series, bro, that would forever change the landscape of big shit can happen anywhere. It doesn't matter if you keep him losing that match at Mania. Watching the rest of the year is pointless. You need to keep some surprise. Like I said, make wrestling less predictable. Rock turning on Roman is bad writing and it's hella predictable. Roman losing the title at Mania is hella predictable. Bro, if they can do it at a house show in Arkansas, I guarantee you WWE will put for every single house show for the next 10 years off that moment. Roman can lose. Anything can happen anytime,
Wow.
any place.
I think
You
you're
just
going to
have
be very
there.
upset night 2 at WrestleMania.
I mean, I am. But if Rock costs Roman the title, Brandon's walking home.
I'm not walking home. What do you mean? I'm driving.
Yeah, I can't leave Brandon.
Hey, let's
Brandon's my guy.
you know, we're speaking about Cody and Chano. I saw you tweeted this, man, and I thought it was really funny because I know you hate when Tony Khan does it, and Triple H did it for once. My man really started out with a banger match to kick off the show, a pay-per-view main event match, if you will. You know, we love these free pay-per-view TV matches as fans as we are, but we got Cody versus Drew, man, and it was a banger. What a way to kick off the show.
I feel like the WWE has instead of they have strayed away from opening Raw promos, and they're now doing opening Raw matches. And for the most part, they've been really good. But it is really good that they decided to bless us with this free TV match, which resulted in Cody losing, which was the icing on the cake. Because let's face it, my man hasn't lost. I don't got to watch a Cody match to know what happens. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I didn't want to watch this match, but it was the opening match. I was like, what can I lose? And I was pleasantly surprised. The superstar that he is, Drew McIntyre, gave up boy his second loss, his second pinfall loss. Cody has been blessed with booking so far, and it hasn't been great. I'm not gonna lie to you. His booking has not been great. If you look at Cody Rhodes pay-per-view matches for the last 2.5 years, it has been garbaggio. Damian Priest, Dominic Mysterio. I'm going against Judgment Day for the tag titles. Who else has he faced? He faced Shinsuke.
Oh, that dude that you said no longer exists anymore. He beat him, right?
He beat him. You know what I mean? So it's like he has a whole bunch of empty matches with zero
How are
losses.
you calling Dominic Mysterio an empty match? Hold up.
Brandon, be dead
Look,
ass.
what you
Be dead
mean?
ass.
That was a fire match.
Hater alert!
Be dead ass.
Hater alert! Hater alert!
Talk to him.
Listen, I love Dom, but if you thought there was any way in hell that Dom had a chance to beat God's favorite, Cody Rhodes, in a one-on-one singles match at a pay-per-view, I need to get you checked.
No, I was. I mean, obviously, I was kidding.
But bro, it's
Oh,
like
man.
Nah,
it's
but
terrible.
yeah,
It's terrible.
this match though, it kind of gave me like the remnants of like an old school SmackDown back in the day when Paul Heyman was running it, and we would get like
Okay.
a match versus two stars with no stakes. It's just two people fighting. I mean, there's stakes there because they don't like each other, but low key, like in the history will tell it, there's just no stakes in this match. It's like
Yeah.
two great superstars opening up a show. I appreciated it, and you
Yeah,
gotta
that-
like look at it in the sense of like how this match was the opening and compared to like what the main event was, because how that elevates the people in the main event picture,
Yeah.
who was Jey Uso and Gunther.
Yeah. Well, you speak about Jey Uso, you speak about Gunther. I know Jay's your guy. We had a championship match. And I really felt like this match should have been for the Chamber because they should have extended that Chamber card, but we'll get into that. But Jay versus Gunther, main event. Gunther goes over. And I feel like they foreshadowed that Gunther was going to win because they showed Jimmy so early with the Cody incident that you kind of already told yourself, oh, well, Jay might not win tonight because they're going to interfere.
Yep.
And it happened. And you hate to be wrong.
I don't think they were trying to hide that, and I actually appreciate the fact that they weren't hiding that.
Probably because that might build more now to the main event, or not the main event, the Mania match, Jimmy Jay that everybody wants to see.
As soon as you saw Jimmy interrupt Cody, you were like, "Oh, Jimmy's in the building." Like they,
Right,
they let
exactly,
you know.
yeah. Exactly. 100%. But it was overall though still a great match. Still a great match for Jay. I mean, you could definitely see him holding that title. You know what I mean? That's definitely going to be a title he's going to get his hands on. Just not right now. My question to the both of you: what's next for Gunther? Who's his opponent for Mania? When is he dropping this title?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the E has kind of written themselves back into a little corner with a lot of these titles. You know what I mean? Because a title of Gunther's magnitude, like 620 plus days, well, that's a reign. You know what I mean?
Right.
That is a long reign. So you feel like a reign like this could only end at WrestleMania, and that honestly shouldn't be the case. If Gunther was to drop on Monday, I would have not been mad at it. Not because it was a random Raw, because it truly shows that wrestling is unpredictable and anything can happen any given night, any given Sunday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because now you're in a situation that's like, okay, who does Gunther face? Does Chad Gable do Gable Gunther 4 at Mania? Which is a cool match, don't get me wrong, but honestly, Gable has kind of lost his luster for me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's gotten close so many times, but I don't want to see so many times for that fourth match. You know what I
Okay.
mean? It's like obviously Okada's in AEW, so that's off the table. The man who does not exist anymore, he's not available. He's not wrestling at Mania. Braun Breaker's a SmackDown superstar.
Hmm.
That's not happening. Sami Zayn is waiting for the world title. That's not happening. Drew McIntyre only does title matches and he's going for the world title. That's not happening. We're gonna get Sheamus, Ilja, Big E comes back. You know what I mean? There's gonna be a drop off in the standards for the Intercontinental Championship the moment Gunther loses it, and it doesn't matter to who it is.
I
Because
agree with you, but that's just wrestling, man. You know what I mean?
no,
Sometimes
and
people
that's
just can't hold it
no,
up.
and
But
bro,
you
that's
got me
fine.
hyped because like that Big E name, that Sami Zayn name, those are definitely
Mhm.
names that can be used towards the Intercontinental Championship former holders of that belt.
You also forgot
Yes
about
and
my
no.
boy Dom Dom.
Come
He
on,
needs
bro.
a mania match. You know, you got a point there.
He needs a
You got
mania
a point
match. He
there.
needs a mania match. I
Bro,
got to see him come out of prison one more time.
listen,
Now he's
Dom's
coming on
my
a low
guy.
rider this time. What you
I
mean?
hope
But
so,
also Finn Balor is good candidate for Intercontinental Championship.
bro. You're talking about all those guys except for Dom. They looking at world title. They're looking at world title picture right now. Especially as long as Damian Priest has that briefcase, Finn ain't going for nothing lower than that world title.
I could agree
Dom
with
is
you.
not ready. Dom is not ready for that mid card title, especially he's not banging with Gunther.
No,
You know what I
yeah,
mean,
no.
bro? He's not banging. He's not banging with Gunther.
It'd be
Sami
great to
Zayn, he
see
said
the.
it. Sami Zayn said he's a world heavyweight championship type of fighter. He didn't say I'm a Gunther type of fighter. He said I am a world title type of fighter. I am that guy. I am him Jones. I am Timothy. I am a Timothy
I
Chalamet. You
see
know what
the
I mean?
Intercontinental Championship to be world prestigious title.
Yes, but not when they specifically name drop the world title. It's just like when Cody
True,
says
true.
the World Heavyweight Championship is cool, but I want Roman's title. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They name dropping what the championship that they want. So
yeah.
unfortunately, like Brandy said, obviously wrestling is the game. Whoever holds the belt next, they're not going to hold it that well. But you still want that match and that person to be like, yeah, they can hold it for a little while.
I do. I
Yeah,
do
but
have a.
so
Go ahead,
uh,
Brandy. No, go ahead.
I was just like the names like Sami Zayn and Big E. The reason why I like them is they have history with the belt. They're a big pop. At the moment, it's like, well, we just want someone with a big pop who can carry the belt, and you're never gonna get that prestige that Gunther had. It the longest
Right.
reigning in general. And it's always gonna be a drop off. But if you're gonna have anybody do it, you want it to be a main event guy
That's
because
very
you know what I
true.
mean? Like the only person I really want it on, but like you said, can't happen is Braun Breaker, and it's because he's on SmackDown. But
What about guys? What about a guy like Carmelo?
SmackDown
if
guy, no.
if he's talking NXT, it could only be Ilya Dragunov.
I mean, but then again, that goes back to what Chana's saying. They already had their war. That's over. We watched
That
and
didn't
saw it.
happen. That didn't happen on TV yet, though.
I mean, I understand that, but it happened.
Yeah,
At the end of
and
the- at the end
it'll
of the
be
day.
referenced, but like I mean, honestly, like, I've only heard about these matches. I want to see them in a pay per view in
I
front
hear
of a
that.
stadium
I
show.
hear that.
You know what I
I
mean?
do have
Like,
a question though. I've but just been thinking this. Been thinking about this. If this was the United States Championship, would this reign of Gunther's feel the same or be the same? Would it still be a legend? It'd obviously be a legendary reign because he's held it the longest. But would it feel as prestigious if it
it's
was the
funny.
United States Championship?
I asked myself that the other night because like just if the roles were reversed and Gunther held that belt, it's I want to say no because first off because I feel like that record of longest reigning would have already been broken so long ago.
Hmm.
Or am I wrong? What was it 200 days ago? I think MVP had it like for 400 days.
I'll let you know right now. I got you. Just keep talking.
But you know what I mean. So just that alone, like that belt isn't even with the history of like John Cena, Kevin Owens, and everybody on it. It'll never be the Intercontinental Championship. I can like you just said it yourself how the Intercontinental Championship is just kind of looked at like the WWE Championship, and you also have
Oh,
to
I'm
remember the
100%. Yeah.
history of the Intercontinental was the workhorse champion, the guy who could wrestle the best. Right now, that's so perfectly put on the right person being Gunther.
Hmm.
So like if Logan had that belt, it's like that's a joke, more than like Gunther making that prestige.
Okay.
So the longest reign for the United States Championship was actually held by Lex Luger for 522 days.
Woo!
Okay. So yeah, he would have surpassed that by like 100 days already.
Yeah,
So I disagree with Brandon. It doesn't matter. It's not. I'm not going to say the United States title is dead. No, it's just a quality of matches the United States champion is having at the moment. For the last couple champions, has been meh for a while. Obviously, I think if you was to give Gunther the same matches, the same matches, the same feuds, same everything, but with the United States Championship, we'd feel the same way. Because for a while before Gunther, the Intercontinental title felt kind of poopy. To be honest with you, I looked at those former champions. I looked at those former matches. They weren't great. They were passable. But we're looking at a real. We saw the evolution of a guy who was in the mid card become a main eventer before our eyes, and he just held on to the strap and do his thing with it.
but
It's
that's been the thing of the Intercontinental Championship throughout history. Is that guy climbing the ropes and becoming a main eventer? I don't
Yes.
feel that like that history stands with the USA title.
because yes, I agree with you in a certain aspect. Because if you look at the former Intercontinental champions, but if you also look at the former United States champions, you have John Cena. John Cena was a SmackDown superstar. He won the United States champion. He was the United States champion when he got the number one contenders match for WrestleMania 21 against JBL, and then he lost the strap because JBL cost him the strap. Realistically, he could have walked out of WrestleMania 21 as a double champion. Bro, it happens. When you know what it is? When you first walk in, when you were on Raw, especially for the mid 2000s, when you start on Raw, you sort of on the A show, or what they thought was the A show, because in reality, SmackDown was spanking them every single week. And now SmackDown was for the young guns, the unprovens, the undesirables, to do what they had to do to get some burns. So unfortunately, they win the U.S. title and go win the strap. Bro, it is a crime that MVP was never a world champion at his peak. It could have been a 3-month reign, and he still would have smoked it. You know what I mean? Like, let's look at some of these champions, because I actually got this pulled up right now, and I'm gonna do 2010 to 2019. Right? We got Andrade. Andrade can be very much so a world champion. You got Samoa Joe.
This is the USA title.
This is the USA title. Samoa Joe could have been a world champion, got derailed by injuries. As we can see, Samoa Joe's a great AEW world champion right now. So you don't think he would have been able to do that with the US title?
Just skip forward to Austin Theory.
Bro, you have Jeff Hardy, you have Randy Orton, Robert Roode, and then of course you have guys like Dolph Ziggler and Baron Corbin and Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho's of the world. But you also have Roman Reigns. You have Kalisto, Alberto Del Rio, I already said John Cena, Dean
Asshole.
Ambrose, Jack Swagger, Sheamus, Daniel Bryan, The Miz, Bret Hart. You know what I mean?
Okay.
If you want
We're
to,
gonna have to get. We're gonna have to get into this. We're gonna have to. We'll get into this conversation maybe in one of our other episodes or just a deep dive, and we'll share it. But it sounds like Chano's saying that Gunther would have made the U.S. title prestigious, and it sounds like Brandy's saying that the reign wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't feel the same. So
one last example of that is, remember, Gunther started off on SmackDown as the IC champion, but then after they felt like his work was great, they tried to transfer him to the A show to try to keep that Raw rating up. You know what I mean? He's like, that's what they do to SmackDown all the time. They bleed the talent from SmackDown. And SmackDown starts from scratch, makes the stars all over again, and then rinse, wash, repeat.
might be on something there. I will say
You
though,
make it here, you can make it anywhere.
you seen your boy Austin Theory in
Superstar.
Australia
Superstar.
defending professional wrestling, also saying Melo botched his move and that's why he can't do it no more. His Spanish Fly.
Nah, he said
Yeah.
it was kind of unsafe, and he kind of realized the possibilities of it. So it's better off just to leave it on the shelf. But listen, that should be Theory's gimmick. He should just walk up to people and be like, "Yo, I should smack the shit out of you."
Yeah, dude. Yo, honestly,
Just walk away.
that would have been a better heel. Like, it's just selfies. Nah, walk up to people and say, "I'll smack the shit out of you."
I smack. You see somebody in the water room drinking a cup of water. Just walk up to them. I smack the shit out of you.
Before
Then
we
I'll
switch,
take a selfie.
before we switch topics, I just really want to Shotzi, all of us here at Four Sides of the Ring, man, we really do hope you get better. It sucks because you didn't do anything wild. You were just literally doing something that you do on a daily, and you didn't. It wasn't fast. It wasn't. It was normal pace, and she tore her ACL, and it sucks. It was on Impact. You saw it clear as day. Shouts out to the camera crew over there at WWE for, not focusing on her so much so the medical staff could do their jobs. But it sucks. We do hope you get better because you were just on a peak. You were just doing some great, really great things and mixing yourself up with the top notch girls on that roster. So hopefully you come back and you'll come back, but hopefully you get better fast, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Very true. You get well, feel better. Honestly, enjoy your marriage because she recently just got married too, so she can spend
That's
some
true
time
too.
with her brand new hubby.
That is true too. Let's talk some AEW, and then we're gonna get into this Elimination Chamber predictions that we have here. I had a question for the Zombie King, but he's not here with us tonight, so I'm gonna ask you guys, and maybe you could explain it best, and maybe I'll ask him when he comes around. There's been a lot of draws on AEW lately, and it's something that it doesn't sit right with me because I don't understand why there's draws in wrestling. But I understand it, but I don't understand it at the same time, I should say. I want to ask the both of you: are draws good or bad for wrestling, or why are they good and why are they bad?
A little bit of both.
Yep.
I think I get it. You're trying to protect two wrestlers, you know what I mean, or three wrestlers, whatever the case might be, whoever's part of it. But at the end of the day, if we're watching a sport that's predetermine me a winner. I don't want a draw, because then what's the
This
point?
is like a time draw.
And this is a time draw, correct? This is a time draw. They reach the time limit, or take away the time limit. Tony Khan. I don't know. I just don't want to see draws. I want to see a winner. I want to see a loser.
I think draw and like tag team is not the worst thing because there's multiple people, so not everybody is like you can get distracted, whatever it may be. But in a singles, going forward, if you do an hour match, time limit draw, and then you lose in 45 minutes or 30 minutes to someone else, how does that look?
Right.
Nah, I'm not gonna hold you. AEW's handled their last two singles draws very well. But MJF, Adam Cole, 5 more minutes, and MJ walking off. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
That was dope. I remember that. That was dope.
And then it happened at Wembley again. And this time MJF changed his mind. He said, "Yes, okay, we're gonna finish this until we get a clear, decisive winner." Bro, that was done fine. Even with the swerve, and I'm the Hangman, that was done great because you got Hangman laughing like an a-hole until Tony Schiavone's like, nah. TK says triple threat.
But it's like this.
Fire.
It's always the same thing. Though they kind of did the same thing with MJF. MJF and Adam Cole. Oh, 5 more minutes. Nah, like I'm taking my time.
No, but it's a different situation though because Adam Page thought he got one over on Swerve to become the number 1 contender, and he got Swerve. so it's like I like it when TK has been doing a bad job at the draws. As far as the 6-man tag match, I thought it was stupid because
I want to agree with you, but like if you look at it in a sense of like MJF fought one more match after that Adam Cole shit, and like he fought a tag team match before that second one at Wembley. Didn't he defend the ROH titles?
They won the ROH.
They won the ROH tag team titles at Wembley.
They won the belts that night. So like doing a draw, that's still protected in that sense. And he's barely wrestled since. So like that whole like hour mindset of like that kind of goes out the window in that sense. But for like Adam now, unfortunately for Hangman Adam Page, what might be an injury, you know what I mean? He doesn't answer that question of like how long do you last? Because again, you could do the draw if it leads to a triple threat. Because without a time limit in a triple threat, you could do enough damage on each other for a decisive winner.
They might be saying it's a work though.
They are saying it's a work.
Oh, yeah. That's fine. I hate worrying about guys.
I don't think that's cool. I don't think you say you have a broken ankle and make it a work. That's
that's a
nah. But
either way,
listen,
it's unfortunate if they did that or if he has the ankle work.
Listen, I like the way TK's been doing the draws. Honestly, I don't know why you're trying to protect FTR or the elite, not the elite, BCC, because either one of these guys are very cool with taking losses. They will take the L's, roll off with it. The BCC's host gimmick is they like to fight. If they lose a fight, they're not gonna be like, "Oh my god, we're losers."
We're just gonna fight again.
we're gonna go fight again. You know what I mean? And bro, and FTR, bro, they're gracious losers. Like, oh, we lost. We're gonna get them boys again. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But
It's
like
trap
like I
weird.
said, a time
100%.
limit, draw in a tag team match. It's protected no matter what. You know what I mean? There's four
Listen.
people who didn't take enough damage. That could be explained very easily.
That's
I'm
true.
not gonna hold you. I would have been heated if the first FTR Bullet Club Go fight timed out. I would have been so hot. I would have been hot as hell, bro. That match was amazing.
Well, I mean, Tony Khan is cooking the. He's got a great women's champion, Tony Storm. Man, she's just a clack act on television. She's super.
Oh.
I mean, all of us are fans. We love us some Tony Storm. She's
Super
killing it
talented.
right now. The timeless gimmick is the best thing on women's television. She's not losing to Deanna at Revolution, and we'll talk Revolution next week. But you know who she might be losing to though, right, Brandy?
Sky Blue.
At Big Business. Big business.
Big
She
Business?
big business. She might lose to the boss. You know what I'm
You
saying?
guys trying to go to
But
Boston? You guys trying to go to Boston?
after going to
Yo.
Revolution, I don't know. I don't know if I can swing that trip.
Right. I agree. Actually. You gotta go to
We're gonna
Mania.
post
Mania is priority.
Hey, but also on AEW, did you guys catch that Sting promo, man? Good promo by the vet, the 49-year-old or however old he is. He got a good promo, man. Real deep to the heart. I saw all the memes after it though with the Christian Cage, and it was just like, "Did you say dead father?" And it was a picture of just Christian Cage holding the TNT title. I hope Tony Khan doesn't go there with that because that'd be hella disrespectful. But even though Tony Khan hates dads, but
He might do it.
at the end of the day, man, it was a really good promo, and I think Sting might be winning his last match. I don't see him losing to the Young Bucks. So, but we'll talk Revolution next week. We ain't got to talk about it right now. I do want to talk about this real quick, and I think Chano may have his input on it. Orange Cassidy. Does this man deserve a world championship run? Does he deserve that AEW title?
I'm not gonna hold you. I've been thinking about this more recently. AEW's roster is so fucking stacked from top to bottom. It is super top heavy that your world champion is gonna be hard to choose. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You're adding Will Ospreay. You're adding Okada. You got MJF coming back. You have Swerve who deserves the title. You have Jay White who deserves the title. You have so many guys who deserve to be that guy and can be that guy
Mm-hmm.
to give the strap to Orange Cassidy. And don't get me wrong, I love OC. He's the coolest guy in wrestling, hands down. But when you have that many top level guys at the top of the mountain, it's hard for me to see Tony give it to OC, if that makes sense. And
I agree with
especially
that.
since AEW staying with one world title. If they had two world titles, I'd be like, yeah, I can see OC with the belt. But you're talking about one world title between two shows with so many superstars. Tony has assembled at least 8 of the top 10 wrestlers in the world right now.
Okay.
Hands down. And I would hate to be the guy that books them for the next 2-3 years, because how do you make everybody feel like it was worth them coming to AEW?
Right.
And I'm not saying that WWE would have done a better job with them. I can't speak for that. I feel like Jay White would kind of be in a similar situation with the OC instead of Bullet Club Gold. You know what I mean? So I can't say Jay White be in a better situation. I still stand 10 toes that he should have beat MJF at Full Gear. That was a bullshit ending and a bullshit match, and that should have never been allowed to happen. But I would hate to be the guy that books that for the next 2-3 years, because how do you determine who's worthy? Because obviously right now you have Swerve, who's more than worthy to be your world champion.
Mm-hmm.
And he might not win the strap at Revolution. And then afterwards, Wembley's coming up with Will Ospreay. How do you deny Will Ospreay the world title match at Wembley in London? Like it's
Yeah.
it's
Agreed.
difficult. It's very very hard. I know we give TK shit sometimes, but obviously Tony, you have an excellent product that excellent wrestlers want to be a part of. So you're clearly doing something right.
Right.
So kudos to you. Best of luck to you because I wouldn't know how to book them for the
Do
next
you,
2-3 years.
do you think with everything you know about AEW right now and the title that he has and the title that Christian has, would you say that the TNT title is more of a prestigious title than what Orange Cassidy is holding right now?
My issue with OC in his title reign, he should have never lost the belt in the first place because he's doing the same exact thing to the point where I'm kind of like, okay, OC, like I kind of want to see somebody else with the strap and see you move on to better things. Because I get it, he's a workhorse champion. He fights, he just fights because he likes to fight and he's good at it, and he shows up to work. But at the same time, it's like I like what OC's doing. Christian, you could say Christian Cage TNT title is their sports entertainment title. Christian with the promos, building up matches, violating people's dead fathers. You know what I mean? Like it's
Right.
very much attitude era WWE in the 90s.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Meanwhile, OC is more like hardcore champion without the hardcore rules. He'll defend it whenever somebody wants a match, whenever it's booked. He doesn't care. He'll do it. So it's very
Okay.
hard to say which one feels more prestigious than the other. I'll tell you what doesn't feel prestigious, that Continental Crown Championship, because everybody and their mother get a match. guys who didn't even get a CC invite in the first place getting title matches, which is crazy as hell. And I love Eddie Kingston.
That's funny. Outside of wrestling, let's move on. But outside of wrestling, we had something kind of crazy happen. I know you guys are music enthusiasts, but the Tez album, the Tez album was dropped. Did you guys take a listen? Montez Ford.
I attempted to listen. I've gotten to about 4 songs. I'm not. I don't want to say the album's bad. It's not my cup of tea. But I like the creative picture of it. I'm actually happy for him. He sounds real different on the track.
He sounds really different. A lot of AJ Francis too on
A lot of AJ Francis.
a lot
I mean,
of AJ Francis.
They're boys and they're both rappers. You know what I mean?
That's true,
Yeah,
100%.
You think he's gonna call up Drake? Hey, yo, Drake, let me get a feature. Yo, that's 500 bands. Nah, that's
You
my
know
whole
what
contract,
happened?
dog.
He was
I
gonna
can't
get
do
a Drake
it.
feature. And
He
then
probably could have got a
AJ
Drake
was like,
feature
you
if
know
he'd have been
how to-
like, if he was like, "Yo, Hunter, all Drake wants is to beat Roman Reigns at the main event of WrestleMania." He said he'll jump on my track.
You think Hunter gonna be like, yeah, fuck your track.
Drake ain't taking a bump.
Hunter's gonna be like, "Yeah, you have a drug test tomorrow when you come in." No, but I thought the album. I listened to the entire album, and I thought it was pretty decent for what he released. I mean, we're talking about a wrestler who's trying to do something outside of his norm, and I thought it was pretty decent. You don't get a lot of rapping wrestlers, right? I mean, we got Swerve, kind of, but not really. AJ Francis, John Cena when we were growing up. So I thought it was all right. I'm not gonna say it was the best album in the world. Maybe like Brandy said, like it's not. I wouldn't like. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't suggest it to somebody to listen to. You know what I mean? I would have to know that it's your type of music for me to tell you, oh, you should listen to this. But the people I know, definitely not their type of music.
I have a question for you. Who
Go
has
ahead.
a better album, John Cena or Montez Ford?
Montez Ford.
Now
That's
hold on,
crazy. You're
hold
mad
on now.
disrespectful.
That's
You're
mad disrespectful because Cena got
disrespectful.
bangers and he has bars.
And you wear the John Cena shirt. That's crazy.
That's
right
crazy. That's crazy.
now. That's
They
so
don't have
crazy.
Montez Ford shirts, all
Hey,
right?
let's
They do. They just said-
No, they
let's
have
talk some of
Street Profit
these.
shirts. They don't have Montez Ford shirts.
Listen,
Look.
make a T-shirt that says
Yeah.
"God is good." That's Montez Ford.
Montez Ford.
Let's talk some of these 2K ratings. I'm just gonna read out a few, and you just tell me if they're disrespectful or not. Okay. I got one right here. AJ Styles 85. I'm not sure if these are real or not, but AJ Styles 85.
Thumbs up. That's good. That's good.
Okay.
He's like 47 years old.
This one
a pack.
is hella disrespectful. I mean, hella disrespectful. Akira Tozawa got a 68.
How is he not a 69?
At least a 70, bro. Come on, at least a
so
70.
nasty.
It's so nasty. The 7, right? So nasty. Give him 70 for being so nasty. Becky Lynch, 92. Bianca Belair, 95.
I like the
T got a-
95.
Booker T got an 84.
That's
I don't know.
like a prime Booker T.
disrespectful.
I like today Booker T.
Today Booker T
I
should
guess
be 84.
I think it's Hall of Fame Booker T.
No, that's
How is he a Hall of Fame
disrespectful.
if he is
In
Hall of
84,
Heat
right?
Booker T?
I don't,
Is Hall of Heat Booker T?
or he
'Cause
might
that
be
makes
King
sense.
Booker. I don't know. It doesn't specify.
King Booker's at least a 93.
They have two different versions of Charlotte Flair. It's just regular Charlotte Flair, and then WrestleMania 33 Charlotte Flair. No overalls next to it, just two different Charlotte Flairs. Cody Rhodes 93, Damian Priest 86, Dominic Mysterio. You want to take a guess?
82.
That's
84.
close. That's close. 83.
Dom's
Drew-
that guy.
Drew McIntyre 99.
No, you're bugging.
I'm just joking. I'm just. John was going to be like, "Nah, I'm done. I'm not buying the game." Nah, he got an 89. Finn
You're
Balor.
still bugging. What?
Finn Balor 87. Gunther is a 90. I think that's disrespectful.
No, Gunther's
should be higher?
Gunther's only disrespectful because Gunther, Jay Uso, and Logan Paul are all 90s.
Mhm.
The fact they got Jay,
That's that bullshit, but I like that my son Jay Uso's on championship
Jay-
level.
Jey Uso
Yeah,
is
but
a
it's-
90. It says it right here. Jimmy's an
Drew
84.
McIntyre is not on championship level, aka 89.
Drew
over
should
there.
be in the 90s, bro. As much as
Logan-
Logan,
Logan-
Logan Paul being a 90 is kind of outrageous.
That's wild.
he's a champion.
He's
I
a
don't,
champion.
I don't
Exactly.
care. I don't care if he's a champion or not. 90 is kind of crazy.
That's wild.
Hey,
that guy-
Maxine Dupree, Chance, what you think?
98.
Exactly. 98. You're absolutely right.
79.
She got a 64.
Jesus. That's
This one.
actually nasty.
Now this one needs to be upgraded because it's hella disrespectful. R-Truth got a 67.
That's fair.
No, that's disrespectful. That's not fair.
His age is close to his rating, so I'm not mad at it.
Rhea Ripley got a 96.
Sounds
Fire.
about right?
What you reckon Lee get, man?
Solo got a 86.
That's fire.
That's pretty good. You know, he hasn't done shit this year.
He hasn't.
Nothing.
He hasn't.
Nothing at all.
And that's
Cool
and
dog,
that's just some of the ratings. Real quick before we jump into Elimination Chamber, what would a 99 overall wrestler look like?
Roman
Dragon
Reigns.
Lee.
Is it Roman Reigns?
No, yeah. If I have to answer that question, I would say about 6'3", long black hair, 2 championship belts on both sides with the tattoo going down the shoulder.
Okay.
A wristband, black cargo pants, black boots.
Okay.
About that. I think I would name him Joe.
Okay.
His name is Joe Annoy.
I like
What?
it. I like it. All right. Well, let's jump into our main event, man. Elimination Chamber this Saturday, Perth, Australia, 4:30 in the morning.
Can't wait.
4:30 in the morning.
See y'all in the morning.
Crack a
Yeah,
dawn
right.
'cause I'm
See you in the
sorry.
morning. I guess maybe my son might wake up at that time for a bottle, so I'm probably gonna watch this live. I don't know what they're gonna.
I'll be in the Riverside chat.
Okay, but I don't know what they're
Wow.
gonna start with, right? But I'm hoping that it's the men's elimination chamber match to kick off the entire event. Now set the pace, and give Randy Orton or I don't even know who's gonna win this, man. I know it's not Drew McIntyre, and everyone's saying Drew McIntyre, but it's not Drew McIntyre.
Who's it? Logan Paul? Kevin Owens? Bro, it doesn't make sense for anybody else to win this match. I'm telling you straight
Randy
up.
Orton?
It could be
Randy
Randy. Randy could go to Raw and challenge Seth.
That's definitely the
For
dark
what?
horse.
That's the
Bobby
dark horse.
Bobby could go to Raw and challenge Seth.
Be serious. Come on.
No, I think Bobby's a little. I'm not gonna. The Bobby.
You're
one,
talking.
like,
You're
he's
talking
in the
about.
match
You're talking
against
about. You don't
Liverpool.
want obvious. And this is obvious, right? You're saying Drew McIntyre, and I don't think it's Drew McIntyre. And the only reason why I don't think it's Drew McIntyre is because I think CM Punk is going to ruin this for him, and because him and CM Punk are going to have their match at WrestleMania. Because I don't think CM Punk is injured, as he says he is, and he's coming back sooner than what we think.
I've been saying it too, man. I think this will work.
And I think we're
I'll
getting
tell
Drew
you-
CM Punk at Mania, and I don't think Drew's winning this match.
I'm telling you right now. One, a man just pinned Cody Rhodes. There's only been one other man to pin Cody
He
Rhodes.
pinned Cody Rhodes because he took like a 12-inch thumb to the throat, bro.
First off. Second off, they're not gonna waste a Cody pin. You know what I mean, bro? That's gold. That's currency richer than anything in this world. It's more expensive than vibranium to get a pin on Cody Rhodes. It doesn't matter how you get the pin
Doesn't matter.
because Cody's probably not gonna get pinned to the end of his second contract clean. I'm telling you that right now, bro. It's just
That's
not
what I'm
happening.
saying. I feel like it's just too in your face. Drew's the only Raw guy. Everybody else it's SmackDown guys. So everyone's like, oh yeah, Drew's got to win because Cody's got Roman. But why can't any of those other SmackDown guys just be like, you know what? I want Seth.
Randy's on SmackDown excuse doesn't fly for me. Maybe Bobby, but Randy literally came there, challenged Roman, lost. He can literally has nothing to do there now. He's bored. It
Right.
would make sense for him to go to Raw.
And he doesn't die out.
I do say I will
And everybody
say
gets a
Seth,
WrestleMania match except my guy LA Knight.
He's facing Logan.
Yeah.
I will say Seth did say he wants to have a rematch, a WrestleMania rematch with Randy Orton. So that's very possible.
It is.
You know
I
what I
heard
mean?
that today too.
That's very, very possible. But I feel like the answer's so obvious, it's the obvious answer.
I think CM Punk ruins this for Drew McIntyre. Remember what CM Punk said? He said, "When I come back, I'm coming straight for you." And I just think everything to me says Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk, night one at WrestleMania in Philly.
I don't think that's the case. And I'll tell you why I don't think the case. Because if it was a work, it'd be Seth versus CM Punk. That is their money match. That is the money match. There is no if, ands,
And it
or buts
might
about
be,
it. That
and it
is
might
that
be,
match.
but right now we need Cody to finish the story, so you gotta go a different route.
What
Gotta
does-
go
what
a
does that have
different
to do-
way.
What
So
does that have
so
to
you
do
pre-
with the other championship? That has nothing to do with the other championship. Was CM Punk
because
facing
Seth is
Rollins
part of
at Mania?
Seth made himself a part of this.
But the plans changed. Plans shifted. One because CM Punk got hurt at the Rumble, right? So that deviated the plans. One,
Quotations,
Rock,
quotations. Hurt.
Rock signing that deal to WrestleMania 40 and Hunter not knowing about it deviated the other plans. So with those two plans, they ended up converging on each other. If CM Punk's injury is a work, there is no way in hell they would not give us CM Punk versus Seth Rollins night one of Mania. Bro, that is especially
think-
WrestleMania 40. The tagline for WrestleMania 40 is the biggest WrestleMania of them all. And you wouldn't do Seth Rollins versus CM Punk, bro. That's crazy.
Right. I mean,
That's
I
absolutely
I
wild.
see what you're saying, but at the same time, when he said, "When I come back, I'm coming for you first," that's his stepping stone back. Like that's going to be his mountain to climb to say, "All right, I'm back, and now I'm coming for Seth Rollins." So why not have him beat Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania, and then after the Raw after Mania, come out and tell Seth Rollins, "All right, now I'm coming for you." Now I'm
That's happening. That's happening at Survivor Series. Not Survivor Series, SummerSlam. Book it right now. CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, SummerSlam. Cleveland.
We'll see. We got a tag team match. Undisputed Tag Team Championships, the Judgment Day. Our guys, Damian Priest, Finn Balor. They're going up against Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. What are they calling themselves now? British Strong Style? Or what is it? I think it's British Strong Style. They're using the name British Strong Style. Is this going to be the title swap?
No. Come on.
No?
Man. Cookie cutter. It's a very cookie cutter pay-per-view.
I don't think the Judgment Day drops the titles. Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate's just too random of a tag team.
It's too
Way
random.
too
They just
random.
came together like 2 weeks ago.
Right. It's too random
Listen,
of a tag
I
team.
fuck with it.
I mean, I fuck with it.
I
Don't
still
get me
fuck
wrong.
with it, dog.
Fuck with it. Don't get me wrong. But
Surprising they're on the
it's,
PLE. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little surprising.
yeah.
No, that's not that surprising.
I told you guys I told you guys I was going to bring that Gunther match back up, and I felt like instead of giving us an interview with the Grayson Waller effect, and Cody and Seth, why not just give us another match? Why are we doing segments on PLEs?
Because that's the
Because-
moneymaker right there, baby.
Because Grayson Waller's an Aussie, one.
I get that.
Mhm.
Second off, we probably still get a match. We probably get Austin Theory, Grayson Waller versus Cody Rhodes in a medically cleared Seth Rollins.
No, well, you can't. I don't think you can bring out Austin Theory now. Grayson Waller has to be mad that he disrespected one of his fellow countrymen.
No, Grayson Waller
No,
already
Grayson Waller
supported
did
him.
the same thing. Grayson Waller did the
Grayson
same
Waller
with
already
LA
supported
Knight.
He did it.
And he did it in Australia.
He did it.
It was in Australia, bro.
Yeah.
Grayson Waller already supported Theory for it. He was like, "Yo,
He
these
did
dumb
the same thing with
journalists."
Grayson Waller not too long ago.
Yeah, bro, 1,000%, bro. That's crazy.
Hey,
That's
it's
bro, I'm telling
WWE.
you,
It's all crazy.
Nah, Seth is gonna announce that he's cleared. They're gonna have a tag team match. Cody and stuff are gonna win, obviously, because there's no surprises.
Yeah.
And Damian Priest is gonna kick himself because he left his Money in the Bank contract at home.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. The women's elimination chamber match: Becky Lynch, Bianca, Liv Morgan, Naomi, Tiffany Stratton, and Raquel Rodriguez. I want to say something. I heard you guys on the Wrestling Wrap Up show, and I felt like y'all were sleeping on my girl Raquel Rodriguez. Not one person said Raquel Rodriguez is going to be facing Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania.
It's one of those
Listen.
things. If Raquel versus Rhea Ripley,
It needs to happen.
so
We've been
we know
building it up.
We know who's winning.
What are you
though.
talking about? It's happened.
No.
It's happened
No. Listen, when it happened, and I called it, when it happened, it was rushed and it was terrible. And I said it was going to be terrible. And I said it was only going to kill Raquel Rodriguez because she wasn't ready for the title match and they rushed it. They needed to build her up some more. She's built up. And I think this is her time right now. I think this is the time you pull the trigger on her and let her be a star that she is and let her shine. I'm not saying that she has to go over on Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania, but I think this is a perfect opportunity to give her a push.
I will say no. I will say
Yeah, no.
you're on drugs. We need to get you checked. We saw this match twice. It was garbaggio, hot dog shit. It was terrible. I do not want that as a Mania match at
She
all.
wasn't ready.
No, you think she's ready now?
Now
Bro,
she's been wrestled in months.
Yes,
Bro, she's been dealing with like health issues. She's been dealing with health issues. She thinks she's in more wrestling shape.
I don't
No.
know.
With that said, we are glad to have you back, Raquel.
We are glad to have you back. Welcome back. And it's probably hard dealing with what you was dealing with, but I don't want to see you face Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. I am glad you're back though.
I don't want to see Becky.
It's not. It has to be Bianca.
It's not Bianca either. Spliff Morgan.
It's Bianca, man. Bianca is literally.
I don't think I want to see Liv Morgan either.
WWE.
I'm not
It's
gonna
the
hold you.
cover is Rhea and Bianca.
And Bianca's getting mad press tours for no reason.
Her show.
It's the show.
It's the show.
Press toes
It's the show. Definitely the show.
No, she's not even mentioning the show in these things.
Just
Okay, but
her face
it's
is publicity.
It's still for the show.
Bro, you wouldn't even know she was married if unless you saw Montez tweets every day.
Nah, he
posts
talked a lot about her on that album.
Yes, because that's Montez Ford, and he says God is good every day. If you look at Bianca wrestling, she never be like, "Oh yeah, my husband Montez." No, bro, it's just like
And
Okay,
okay,
so-
one way. That's crazy.
So who's taking the women's elimination chamber?
Spliff Morgan.
Okay,
Bianca Belair.
I got Raquel. It's gonna be a long morning. The main
You're gonna be
event,
upset.
Women's World Championship. Nia Jax going up 1-on-1 with Mommy, the Aussie woman herself, Rhea Ripley.
Ossie.
Just, I think we all know who's gonna win, but could you imagine the riot if Ripley lost the title on Saturday morning?
That'll be hilarious. I'm not gonna hold you. The
I
internet
would be very
will
happy with that
crying.
decision.
You would be happy
I
with
wouldn't be
I wouldn't-
happy. I wouldn't be happy for Mania. I would just be happy, like we said, like we've been talking about all podcasts long. The predictability that they lay out in front of you. If something like that were to change, it would be dope.
Listen, and I'm not gonna hold you. There is a little plausibility with Nia, man.
Nah,
There's some plausibility. If Nia was to pull it off, I'd be hyped because one, Twitter would
Yeah.
be in shambles, and it would
Shambles.
be hilarious. It'd be so great to watch.
So you want to
from the
see
outside
Nia
looking
versus Liv at Mania?
in. I want to see none of that. I want to see Rhea walk into WrestleMania as world champion. But I wouldn't be mad. Listen, if you was to give me Spliff Morgan versus Nia Jax at WrestleMania, the ultimate David versus Goliath, except David is smaller and Goliath is bigger, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, that would be it. They'd have a phenomenal match, to be honest.
the one thing I'm hoping for,
They're just flying around the ring.
the one thing I'm hoping for with the Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax match is I really want the crowd to chant "meat."
That's not gonna happen.
'Cause
Me? That's
They'll
crazy.
never do it. They'll never do it for a women's match.
That's
and it's
never
like,
gonna
I
happen.
would.
those are two meaty women slapping meat. You can't tell me different.
I mean,
That's crazy. You want to go? You want?
I
all
would never
shows
say
to get
that.
canceled?
Yeah, I would never say
Me.
I'm not gonna, bro.
That's the funniest chant.
Bro, everybody in Austria would be canceled, bro. Twitter would be in shambles. It'd be messy as hell.
And that right there is sexist. You know?
So Brandon, this on behalf of Four Sides of the Ring, we're flying you out to Australia.
that. Yeah.
Still Elimination Chamber. Start the meat chant.
Start the meat chant,
See?
Brandon, and we'll never see you again.
Never.
Oh man.
Never.
Yeah, another pay-per-view, 4 matches. Are these good for WWE, or do you want to see more on the match
No.
card, or
No, bro, this is dog shit. But they get away. Bro, they get away with it because
it's in
especially for
Australia?
these last two. No, they fucked up because it's Australia. Fucking, I said this yesterday on the Wrestling Wrap Up show that me and Brandon were on. They fucked up with Seth, man. You can't hinder the gender, but Jinder Mahal had a title match. My man's never did anything ever again. Like, he's just gone. He's probably in witness protection program right now for injuring Seth Rollins, which is absolutely crazy. But it's like, you could have had Logan defend the strap. You could have had Logan defend the strap against Grayson Waller. That would have had Aussie go crazy. But you still possibly get that tag team match this Saturday. You could probably get that. Gunther can't compete outside the States because he's trying to get his visa right. So he needs to be stateside for the next 6 months.
Mhm.
And I'm assuming he's doing so because he's gearing up to go to Berlin. So he's probably getting all his shit in order now because you can't have a Berlin show without Gunther. Gunther's side place is literally the German flag.
Mhm.
It's literally the German flag.
It's literally the German flag. I'm sure it doesn't even say Gunther. It's just big old Germany
No,
flag.
it says Gunther with the flag on it underneath
But
it.
it's crazy. Gunther. This shit goes so hard, bro.
Hey.
Goes so
I remember
hard.
when I first heard
Did you
this song, I
see?
was like,
Did
why
you
is this
see?
Baby Shark?
See Martin's tweet
Did he sub me?
about no, all right, no. Yes, that one time. No, about Karrion Kross.
No, bro.
I don't believe in that
fucking-
shit.
I don't believe in that. It's crazy.
You don't think Karrion Kross is gonna come out?
No, bro, he might, but it's not gonna be The Rock. You think The Rock's gonna go do an Elimination Chamber match as his first match? Bro, are you out of your mind?
The Rock versus Seth?
No, you think The Rock is gonna participate in an Elimination Chamber match? What is wrong with you guys? My man is in his 50s.
What if he's the last one? You know, the last one that has to go in, and then you just do a couple rock bottoms, calling it a night.
Yeah,
Well,
so
that's
they're gonna conveniently break into his pod so early, just a tad bit before he's released. But you understand this is the 4 hour show, and they have 4 matches. These matches are gonna be an hour long.
I know it's
each.
gonna be. I'm gonna dread it, dude.
Bro, it's gonna be an hour long each.
Well,
So you're telling
Ringsiders,
me-
you're hearing it here first. Me and Chana are gonna be on right after the Elimination Chamber crack of dawn. We are gonna be tired, and we're not gonna know what we're saying. We might talk AEW, but we're gonna have a recap.
Yeah, it's gonna be nonsense. It's gonna be me talking gibberish with me and my son. It's gonna be me and Grayson talking about what we just saw, which was Bluey and Paw Patrol because wrestling was not on.
The whole recap is gonna be like, all right, and I'm here with just me. Everybody's still asleep. They haven't watched it yet.
Bro, I'm
Oh,
telling you,
man.
oh man.
Oh man, hey, look.
Listen, the closest
Go ahead.
The closest thing you have to Rock coming to Elimination Chamber is putting on the Tooth Fairy while Elimination Chamber is going on and just watching. Because that's the closest you get into MLZ.
Oh, true. Hey, let's y'all get your plugs in. Let's go ahead and get up out of here.
You already know what it is. Randy Savage. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. LYFE Life and Times.
And it's your boy, the brand new, the newly minted Chana Rose, because I must finish my story. I must become El Campeon of 3 Count Jeopardy. And you can find me always on Twitter, because my own Twitter is filled with bots. I haven't posted on there in months. The only thing I posted is the reshares and things I post on Twitter. And it's at 4SIDESOTR on Twitter, guys. By the way, me and Brandy, we were on the Wrestling Wrap Up. So if you guys do want to check out that episode with Mari and Matt, please do. It was a good time. It was a fun time. Much love to the folks for having us over there.
And then you already know, I'm Marcus Hernandez. I'm with my guys, Brandy and China. You can follow us on all social media platforms, Four Sides of the Ring podcast. Follow us on YouTube. Take us, subscribe. You know what I mean? Watch the videos. Tell us what you like, what you don't like. We're trying to switch it up for everybody, trying to do some different things. I would ask the Zombie King if he's got any matches, but you got to tune in to ECPW Instagram and find that out for yourself. Other than that, Ringsiders, have a great weekend.